Today's lesson is about academic reading strategies. I have some tips for you that can help you be a better reader so that you can be prepared for your academic reading assignments and be ready to go to the university to study in an American classroom or just to be a better reader in general. You need to be engaged and you need to be an active reader. So follow these tips to learn more. Reading academic or assigned texts for your class will be challenging but rewarding if you know how to use academic reading strategies. There are several tips you should take to be a better, more engaged, and effective reader. Why did the author write this? So before reading, understand the purpose of the reading. There are several purposes: to inform, to persuade, and to entertain. You can see the differences in the language when a writer wants to inform or educate the reader about a topic through descriptions of events, terms, or scientific research. The writer doesn't necessarily want to persuade the reader, they just want to describe information or facts. The next one is to persuade the reader. When a writer wants to persuade the reader, you can see the language uses persuasive grammar with modals such as have to, must, should, need to, etc. They also use evidence to support their argument from research. Another purpose that a writer might have for writing something is to entertain. Entertainment reading is often seen nowadays on the internet, and it's sometimes hard to differentiate between entertainment writing, persuasive writing, and informative writing. The authors often use flashy language and data to grab the reader's attention. Authors will also often conflate the three together because most news organizations are a business after all. Next, you need to decide on your own purpose for reading. Ask yourself, why am I reading this? There are several purposes for reading: to learn, to comprehend, to use as support for your own writing, to critique an argument, or to summarize, etc. Now, during reading, now that you've decided on why the author wrote the text and why you're reading it, you can use different academic reading strategies to use your time wisely while reading. Skim. Look at the title, the headings and subheadings, and make a general prediction about the topic and the main idea. What do you already know about the topic? Make predictions. Ask yourself lots of questions and make connections with the reading. Scan. Look for specific information if you have questions to answer or data to find. Also, you may have questions that you're going to answer from the professor. Annotate. Write in a notebook. Take notes in margins. Write down main idea and supporting points. Circle keywords and phrases and look them up in the dictionary if you don't know them. Underline interesting points and ask questions to discuss further in class. Paraphrase in the margins to think about what the key points are in your own words. Make connections with a text and what you already know or don't know. After reading, summarize. Write a summary when you're finished of the whole text and be ready to explain it clearly in class. Writing summaries is a very good way to critically think about the reading. Discuss. Talk to someone about the reading in order to critically understand the different points made in the text, and be prepared for the discussion with your own questions about the text and your reaction to it. And finally, be an active reader. Being an active reader means that you don't just sit and read the text without doing anything. You need to be able to write in a notebook or write directly in the book or on the text itself. And you need to be looking up words, circling, underlining, all of those things. Being active means that you're not just passively letting the information go into your mind and out your ears. You're actually retaining the information, right? So studies show that you're much more likely to remember what you read and be prepared for class if you are an active reader and you use these academic reading strategies. All right, that's all for now. Keep checking my website for more updates for other English lessons. Bye.